Can you guys hear the landscapers?
Only
Yes.
minimally. It's not so crazy.
Okay. On the one hand, it's always at the most inconvenient time. On the other hand, I don't have to do it myself. The HOA does. So,
That's fair.
whenever you want.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. I, as always, am Captain Valen. But as Saturday comes around, I get to be the DM and not the player. We have an amazing team who doesn't really like introductions, so we get to just jump into a little bit of recap. Last session was a doozy. There was a lot of exposition. People got into feelings. We found out a lot about so many things, and right now my brain is blanking. But we ended with everybody home for the first time in a couple of days, for the first time since the Grand Exposition, and or rather the Grand Revealing. And yeah, that is where we pick off. It's the next morning, essentially. But we're going to start off with Rev as he has a little dream.
Ooh.
Or Chick, sorry. Chick's got a little dream. A dreamy dream. It's for you it starts off as a normal dream. Everything is pretty much as you would expect. You're running through the forest, you turn into like a giant spider, all the things you have fun doing all the time. Nothing but one of the times you turn into a spider for fun, you get a sensation of, well, it's like something is tingling in your web, but you didn't put up a web, did you? And then you're still dreaming, and then you realize you are semi-lucid. You have actionability, you have autonomy in this dream, and you feel something shaking in your web.
Is there a direction I can look to see where the web
It's
is going?
mostly a dreamscape. Things shift, and like plants become animals, and then back into mushrooms, and turn into flies. There's
So
no
since,
sense
since,
of
since
cohesion.
there's no solid ground, I'm just gonna follow the tingling.
Yeah. And as you move towards it, you mentally, you don't feel it in your feet, but in your brain, you feel yourself tiptoeing along a little thread. It's and you can feel the sensation getting closer and closer, and I'm assuming you just go until you get there.
Yeah.
And sitting in the middle of this grand web that you can now see connects under a very familiar woman sitting in a pretty familiar chair. And
The woman from the woods.
she looks up at you with a smile. Hello, my little spider.
Am I a spider?
Yes.
I talk spider or I talk, human.
If you
I
even have the idea of thinking, it's understood. Like the idea of communication is communication in the dreamscape.
I don't say nothing. I just look around to see there are more spiders.
Roll me a perception check.
22.
That's yeah. As you start to look around the spider web, you're like, yeah, I didn't make this well. Shit. It's kind of like that scene from Harry Potter where they're going to talk to the acromantula, and you just notice that there's like
Now
600.
Harry Potter reference for me.
No, oh fuck! It's basically
I
you
don't know.
realize you're in the center of a spider's nest. There are hundreds of spiders, your size, smaller, bigger. They're just all around, like the Mirkwood. Is that a better
Yeah,
like but bigger and smaller Mirkwood? Yeah. All right.
I get closer to the center.
You hear again that familiar tune as the woven as you can get closer, you see she's still weaving that silver. It seems to have a longer form now, but to say form is doing what you're seeing injustice, as it doesn't have a single shape to it, just a feeling of rigidity, a feeling of strength. As again, she interweaves these impossibly thin silver strands together. Come now, spider. Don't be afraid.
As I get closer, I start doing like a perimeter around her, not getting close enough, being cautious.
She doesn't even like look up. Oh, someone's a cautious spider. And just kind of laughs and oh, it's not done yet, my little spider. But soon you can have your birthright. A promise is a promise. And then the forest gets dark. Where there was moonlight to show anything, that's what you saw the spiders from. For some reason, even in your dreamscape, you can't see a light that isn't essentially the visage of this woman. And she seems to radiate that same impossibly thin silver as wisps of it kind of like flow off of her form. And well, my spider, you will have to earn this. You will not just be given. Gather yourself. Gather who and what you need. We'll be seeing each other.
And I look at the pattern she's been knitting.
It's like a Celtic knot mixed with a Mayan story rope mixed with an Egyptian hieroglyphs. Like, it is shifting and turning into one single like thing that you can't. Your brain just isn't ready to put it a solid structure to what you're seeing. It just looks like strands in all these different ways put together, mixing and melding. And roll me another perception.
7.
Yeah, for a second, you're like, all right, it's just dark. It's fine. And you don't even really like hear the sounds. But in an instant, she's behind you again. With that wispy light coming off of her, kind of forcing darkness through their light. And a soft whisper. Don't come if you're not ready.
Is that the same voice as the woman?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry. And that's when you feel like a spider caught in a web. You realize all your limbs are stuck. You realize all 8 of your limbs are stuck, and you're thrashing, trying to get out. And then you fall off your bed. And you are awake. There is a bit of cobweb, it feels like, in your hair. And you're not sure if that's from you.
Man.
If that's from you or the spider.
I hope it's the spider. Yeah, I don't know what time it is.
It's morning. It's you can tell it's you slept past like at least an hour past when you normally would. Like to wake up early and do your things, like something kept you asleep. And it wasn't just your exhaustion.
So I just stand up and try to get back to the real world.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You're home.
Getting in things.
You're in your room, doors closed, normal.
I'm alone. Well, I get out of my room.
And you head downstairs?
Yeah.
Right. Roll me a reflex save. Because you forgot about that step already.
Sorry, reflex. That's
Oh,
acrobatics
fuck. Yes.
or dexterity save.
Give me an... roll me an acrobatics check. Sorry.
19. My reflexes are too high.
Yes. And you... Basically, you hit the step, you remember your father pushing in, but basically just as you remember it, and one leg kind of goes up behind you, and you just roll down the like last 3 or 4 steps. Not enough to hurt you or anything, but enough to like hurt your pride.
Yeah.
And as always, Norman's sitting in his chair, having a cup of coffee. Morning, son.
Do I have spider webs in my head?
Don't you usually? Like he's like I have tried my entire life not to question your relationship with that spider or spiders in general, but no, it doesn't. It looks like spider webs a little, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I had weird dreams.
Well, I mean, there comes a time in every man's life when you see. When a man likes a
Not
no.
that kind of dreams, Dad.
Oh, what? Okay. Oh, well, good. Because anything other than that.
I was a spider caught in a spider web.
Oh, that's a sticky situation.
I take 8 psychic damage.
Well,
I just start getting breakfast
all right. Well,
and wondering about.
so, spider in a spider web. What could that mean?
I don't know. These are confusing days.
Kind of looks at you like knowingly, but without saying anything. Like, fair enough. Fair enough. While you have breakfast, we are going to switch over to Ham, if Ham is ready. All right. And where did you tuck her out last night?
The bed.
All right.
The bed.
The bed. All right, yeah. Then, yeah, there's not, sorry, no special dreams for you.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like short women with long beards. Like, that's whatever Ham's into.
Look at that beard flow in the wind. Man, that's the finest facial hair I've ever seen. I'd appreciate it if I could run my fingers through.
You feel a wet come from the lady as you realize Slobber Knock is now essentially waterboarding you.
I think after a night, Ham has collected his thoughts a little bit, and we'll go to find Zappa in the forge.
All right, all right. As you leave your house and head towards the forge, you actually see 3 or 4 dwarves who you've never seen out this early. This is your time, you know what I mean? Everybody else is sleeping. You do like small things to help get things started. You do your workout, you're running, you're feeding dog and stuff. Like nobody's fucking out this early. And you see 4 dwarves carrying a fair-sized package.
I walk up and ask if they need any help.
Well, as a matter of fact, it was you we was fitting to come see. Goddamn, I told you we couldn't beat him in a waking, Earl. Fucking sorry. But, well, I just kind of like sets himself up, slicks his hair back. Like, all right, well, we've all, we're not good at this, but we've all seen the effort you've been putting in. We've all noticed all the hard work. We have seen the hours you put in, not only on our stuff, but on the town. We've, and kind of like just dwarfs up real quick and like grabs, like it's a fairly heavy thing, and he kind of sets it down, and it's wide and it's tall, and he's like sets it down in front of you. He goes, well, me and the boys, we figured, what better way to say that we see you than with something? And he kind of pulls off, and there's essentially a metallic dwarven face on a shield. And they're like, well, it's a little bit of a rush job, so it's not as good as it could be, admittedly, but we did get the thing that we were trying for done. Now here, hold it.
I'll rack it up. I probably lift it a little bit and look at the face.
All right, it's just a very typical, like almost like Lord of the Rings style dwarven face, except for it has 3 distinct beard lines.
Gotcha.
Like, and
Oh,
yeah,
that's a handsome man.
we figured you'd like it.
I'll be happy to introduce him to some goblins.
And you go, well, here's what we want to show you. All right. Well, just whisper to your shield. It's time to eat. In dwarven.
Right. Okay.
All right.
I do it.
Do it. And you see them, and you can feel like a shifting as the mouth opens up a little bit on the shield. All right. And he goes,
Okay.
all right. And he kind of like punches the shield, but it's a ice, like a shocking grasp type deal.
Yeah.
And when you know this dude can really pack this, and when he punches the shield, one of the beard strands lights up purple. And you only take half of the damage.
Shit.
Yeah, your shield can use absorb elements 3 times a day.
Look at that.
We figure, what better to remind you where you came from than a hungry dwarf, and kind of gives you a wink.
That'll do.
And if you'll notice, and you can see wherever where your hammer is or wherever, that now is also kind of radiating a slight purple color, and that'll give you a little extra oomph when you slap. I don't know if you know how it works, but essentially any element that comes at you, you can eat it. You can eat half of it. You're still going to get hurt. There's not a lot I can do about that. But you can hurt them back with what you got with a little extra.
Gotcha.
All right? And just
Awesome.
know that we see you. All right? You're not just a ham anymore. You're a hammer. And we see that.
Feels good to hear it. I appreciate you.
We were just going to leave the shield and a note. And he kind of pulls out the note and it says, "We see you, the dwarves." Like, that's it.
Gotcha. That's what all the hem and hawing is about.
Earl said you'd had about another half an hour.
Not when the dogs are hungry.
Apparently. Well, we'll leave you to your routine and your business, and we're going to, I don't know, fucking take a nap before work. But, yeah. And then they just all kind of awkwardly, like, step a few steps backwards and turn around and leave.
Gotcha. Awesome. Okay. Do I need to put a custom item in my...
I will do that, but for now, mentally.
Okay.
I haven't had a lot of chance to do stuff.
No problem. So has a resistance to the triggering damage type. So I have to name a damage type when I cast it.
Yeah.
And it does an extra d6. It's a feeding time.
Yep. I figured that's fine.
Is D&D real? Is the D&D the dwarven language in D&D real?
It's a real language, yeah. I don't speak it.
D&D translator.
You're gonna get the actual fucking thing in there. All right.
Only if it's cool. If
Only
it's
if
crazy,
it's cool.
if it's crazy, we're not doing it. Common to Dwarvish.
I think they might have an alphabet you need to put together, but like I don't think they'll have the words. But I like the effort.
Ilv Yomak. Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's a mouthful.
But yeah, they kind of go out to their business, leaving you with your new shield. It's not a +1 shield; it's a regular shield, but it has that effect. Just to be clear.
Smarad Yemid. Yeah.
I'm gonna send the offensive version of this shield.
All right, but yeah, you were still.
Yeah,
I think you had a mission.
I think I switched to shields. I'm holding the new one's probably on my back. I'm holding the old one. I'll drop it off at the scrap iron, in the forge to be melted down and repurposed. And then I'll go have a look for Zappa.
Now, Zappa's never hard to find. You just follow the loudest banging, and that's where it'll be.
I think I walk in behind him, and it's like sort of Ham's turn to be the awkward one.
All right.
I think I walk in, and he may or may not turn around, and I'll just say, "Well, I've been thinking. Sounds like from the past couple of days that there's a lot of he said and she said and who stole this and where's it at now. I may or may not want to hear that bullshit in the future. And I may or may not come ask you about it in time. But my heart says it don't fucking matter when there's goblins at the door. And so what I'm here to say is we're going to have to get them. And maybe you owe me some answers one way or another. But for now, what I need is hard iron and good battle plans. So that's what I'm focused on. And I appreciate your help.
Just keeps hammering away.
If I catch the nod,
no, he just like you can tell, like if actually roll me a perception check real quick.
we love a good roll.
Actually, use your dwarven history. Fuck it, you never get to use it.
Oh, that's true.
Just
So with advantage.
yeah.
Oh, first one's a 19. You like that? Yeah, 19.
All right. Yeah, you notice the like when you expect him to actually respond and not just hammer, you're like you take a second, but what the fuck? And then you realize what he's working on is he's making essentially a blade, and he's hammering the balance point where the edge actually starts, which has to be done like very specifically, or else the whole weight goes off.
Yeah.
And so that's like he just takes a few more whacks to finish that up, while you essentially stand there awkwardly. And then he turns around, normal furnace sweat, kind of just like that's about the way of it, yeah. And there's good and bad to everything, all right, but nothing's ever 100% the way you want it. Not in this life, not in the next, and not in any I've fucking heard of. So, I respect your decision and I appreciate it. And as for a battle plan, maybe I can let you sit in on some stuff in a bit, but it's not my decision to make unilaterally.
I reckon that's the way of it. And I think I think we'll give like a casual but crisp sort of like from the ceremony when we all do the dwarven ceremony, some sort of salute or gesture
Yeah.
from the
Like the
um,
like that
yeah.
kind of deal, yeah.
Yeah, just to reiterate, you know, I'm here, part of the guard, part of the town. So I'll give the salute and then turn.
He returns it, and you can see like as he even tried to hide it, but there's a smile there, like specifically in them dwarven eyes of his, just twinkle with pride as he sees you, and like sees the decisions and the choices you're making. Like he feels very good about it.
All right. After that, I think I go on a run. I do my morning stuff.
All right. And on that note, if they are ready, we will be switching to Sasha.
Yeah.
All right. And we will start you off with a roll.
Oh.
Yes, a perception, please.
Oh dear. Oh, I would like to set up that I'm not sleeping in my bed. And that I have hammocked my bed sheets to the ceiling so that when Rosehip comes in, she doesn't see anyone in the bed, and I intend to surprise her from above.
All right.
Sorry, that was something I had pre-thought I wanted to do.
No, that is super cool. I should have asked you that. I was just kind of flowing, so thank you. And yeah.
16.
16? Fuck, yep. You hear a very slight sound and a whispered fuck.
I peer out of my hammock, and my raven flies down from the hammock and lands on Rosehip's head and says, "Wah!
Do you mean
Got you
Thistle?
this time." Oh, sorry, yeah, Thistle.
Okay, you said it twice, so I wasn't sure at this point.
No, I
All right.
Yeah.
So, it's cool. Yeah, and Thistle jumps out of her bones. Like, she, what? You fucking starts swatting at the bird. You fucking, it's too early for this feathery fucking shit. Oh, God. And then she's looking around, and like, she's looking down at the bed. She has not looked up. And she's just kind of, Ro?
Is at this point, Rosehip's giggling, and she kind of attempts to disembark herself from the hammock. I don't know how it's going to go, but she attempts to, like, kind of jump down spy style, but she is obviously not that athletic.
All right, that's an acrobatics check for fun.
Yeah,
Let's do
that's
this.
fine. That's fine. She is not that athletic, and she definitely stumbles.
And basically, your legs are still in the hammock, but your head is like right in the crook. She's like, I got you. And kind of like pulls your, like, takes a few steps back to help you get all the way out of your hammock. And she goes, you gave me all of the fright. And here I was trying to do something nice for you.
Oh, how the tables do turn.
Gives you that.
Surprising you. The teacher become the master. Just confused. Confused purple.
Oh, you'd like to think that. But there's still the matter of my surprise. And then she's tickled you.
Yeah, fair enough. It's at this point that my raven definitely attempts to use his feathers to tickle Rosehip's nose, Thistle's nose. There is a tickle pile.
It's a tickle
puddle
pile.
of tickle.
And eventually she like grabs the bird and rolls and just kind of like hugs you both. Very, very happy to have you. And you feel something slip into your hand. It looks like a brown tube.
I'll
It's
first
wrapped in
inspect
paper.
the brown tube.
It's wrapped in
Wrapped in
it's
butter?
a tube wrapped in paper.
Oh, paper.
So
I
that's
thought you
why
said
it's
butter.
brown.
I was like,
It would be too delicious.
that would be very strange. I look up at Thistle and I say, for me.
For you.
So I unwrap it.
Yeah. It looks like a really long pen case.
Okay.
And this will just kind of like,
What is it?
you just have to open it and see.
I thought I had opened it.
No, you unwrapped it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I continue opening it.
Yeah, confetti pops out of every, like, just like a glitter bomb went off in there. And kind of in the midst of this, a really, really long but nice feathered quill kind of floats out onto your lap. The quill is red and gold and yellow. It looks almost as if it could be the essence of fire itself. But it is firmly a tangible, physical, feathery object that has been sewn and intricately woven together to create the effect.
Uh, Can I? What would be the check to understand what feather? Like, is it a magical feather? Is it a phoenix feather?
Roll an
Like,
arcane
what?
check. It's
Arcana,
not a
okay.
specific. Sorry, I didn't explain that well. It's not a single feather, but like multiple colored feathers woven together to create that effect. Sorry, I didn't.
Wait, is it a quill?
Yes, it's like a quill pen that's like
Wait,
long and has.
just for autistic mechanics,
All right.
is it a metal quill nib or a quill feather nib?
A metal nib.
Okay, I was gonna say because it's not physically possible to
The nib
have multiple
actually looks
natural.
like your armor. When you
Oh, okay.
do mage armor,
Yeah.
that's what it looks like.
With you, 26 Arcana.
Look, yeah, you can see that while the feathers themselves aren't like ununique, they're more exotic than magical, but there is a core to this, and you can see like a deep rooted fuck my brain. A deep rooted center, like a sliver of power that courses all the way through it. It's almost like you didn't quite do this, like, detect magic, but you got so high that you could see just the little faint, there is magic in this itself.
Um,
And it's.
having given it some examining and working out that it's magically cored to some degree, I'll just ask what it is.
Well, that should help you on your journeys. That's what it is. It's. Well, you've always been a bit of a bookworm, and after you came home and your armor was still. The spell was still active, I got more of a vibe for how your magic leans, and I figured this would be a fitting focus. And, if I don't say so myself, due to my individual skill in the craft, this is a better than normal. I don't want to say wand because it cheapens the effect, but you know what I'm saying.
Thank you, Magic Mummy, for my feather wand.
You can just call me Mommy.
You know,
The magic is implied.
it's somehow worse. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Ro gives her a big hug. She's very grateful. It encapsulates a lot of her aesthetic, so she's happy.
You always did like to match.
Yeah, I just like, it's a fashionable problem.
All right, and we've got blackberry jam, toast, and eggs for breakfast. Let's get all the yum yum on.
As soon as you say eggs, the raven like squawks and looks scared, and I kind of like calm them down, like not your eggs. You don't lay eggs, and then just continue to go and eat some probably blueberry, jam.
Kind of
But
just
I pre-butter my bread, because jam should always be on the butter.
I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
The sweet, the savory, the perfection, the crunchy.
Yeah, it's salted butter. It's a
Oh,
necessary step.
Facts.
Yeah.
Alright, but yeah, that is your morning.
Cool.
And to that, we move to Sabrina.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you just went home and went right to sleep. You you felt Phil give you the big hugs and the love and the caring, but you had a lot going on. So now you wake up. The smell of bacon and eggs and something sweet from the griddle.
I'll probably sit up real slow and just take his time making his way out to the dining area. And when he does get out there, he'll look at Phil.
And she looks over with a wave and sit down. You have to be hungry. You didn't even eat when you came home.
Phil, how did you end up here? What brought you to this tiny little town on the middle of the back of a turtle?
Kind of looks at you like, the fuck? I was born here. I've been here for a couple hundred years. I don't know anything about a turtle.
Who, and your family was here before you, and before you, and before you, or what?
Well, I believe I came with my uncle when my father died, and then my uncle passed away, and the village has taken pretty good care of me the last 150 or so years. But yeah, as
You
far
were
as I
born
remember.
here. Alright. And you've always known Zappa, and you've always known the others that run this town, and nothing's ever changed.
Well, I remember Zappa when he was just, well, I want to say knee high, but you know what I mean, when he was a young dwarf. Balthier and Frilkin were always more mature in age, given their species. But, yeah.
But they were here before you were? Like, you were born and you met them?
Yeah, Frilkin's the reason I was so well taken care of. You know, gnome to gnome.
Interesting. Alright. How would you feel if someone told you that nothing is what it seems like here, and you've been just a pawn in everyone's game of chess?
Oh, that is a big question. That doesn't... the way it's worded, there could be only one answer. That would make me feel horrible, used. That would be fucking horrible. To all find out that your whole truth is a lie and you're some instrument or something. That would be bad. I think bad is a good way to put it. Like, she's very like
And what would you do to the people that treated you that way?
I would talk to them, find out why. And if I didn't like the answer, they'd be hell to pay. No, but really, we just talk to them. You don't need to hurt anyone here. Just find your answers. Besides, most people won't lie to you.
Except that's all they've been doing.
Well, I don't.
I mean, you
Puts up
can't
the
lie
hand.
about what you don't know.
And kind of goes, that is a fair point. but who's to say who knows and who doesn't, I guess? You're really putting me on this weird position of, like, arguing against you for some reason. Are you okay? Do you need more bacon?
Not really. I mean, I always need more bacon, Phil.
Just starts shoveling bacon onto your plate. Like, so you're not... And then sits down, like, very concerned. Like, can you talk to me? I'll never force you, but I'll always want you to.
Let's just say I met my cousin. I knew my father. And it seems like some of the people that run this town thought it'd be safer to have me near. Because otherwise my father might kill this whole town.
She takes a piece of your bacon and just kind of like nervously eats it.
Yeah,
That
I'm like a shield against my will.
and she's like speechless, absolutely dumbstruck by the whole thing, and there's not a hint that she doesn't believe you. Like, that's not the vibe at all. It's more like what could have been said that makes you feel this way. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because that's huge. And it's like,
Don't you find it convenient that a very strange creature was just dropped into your lap to take care of?
you're not so strange. You're just big. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm a gnome. Everybody's big.
And I'm bigger than everybody, though.
Marginal
know.
difference for me, honestly.
The point is, Phil, we live on the back of a dead turtle, and it's dead because of what these people have done here. And my father's real pissed off about some shit. And they took me to keep him from wreaking vengeance. So, it's really weird. And I just have a lot more questions than I ever thought I would. The first question was, who am I and why am I so different? And now none of that matters.
Like, there's this great sadness that like kind of like comes over her face as she like listens, and she's like, for the first time in my lifetime, I don't know how to help you, and it is the worst feeling I have ever felt.
I'm sorry, Phil.
No. This could be nothing compared to what you're feeling, and that's why I'm sad. I can whatever, but for you to feel so ostracized, alone, used, given no agency.
It'd just been nicer if they'd have told me the truth from the beginning. I wouldn't be so confused. But, as you say, I'm gonna try not to hurt anybody and get answers at the same time.
Well, don't hurt anybody too bad. But you find out. And if you need anything. She kind of like shakes her fist. Well, I'll give him one for it.
Alright,
And
I'll take you up on that, Phil.
just know, you've never been anything to me but my son.
I know that, Phil. That's why I'm not mad at you. Thanks for breakfast. I think I'm gonna go find my friends and see if we can't figure out what the fuck is going on here.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, well, Like nervously eating more bacon. And it's one of your rashers, so it's literally like the size of her fucking arm.
I don't know that you've ever eaten my cuts of bacon, Phil. I'll
Well,
see you later.
I might still be working on this when you get back. Just very nervous, like gnome eatery. And yeah, who do you visit first? Since you are the one leading this now, since you're finding people.
I will go find Ro first.
Last I remember, there was breakfast being eaten, berries and butter.
And I will just walk out. I no longer give a shit about anything.
Honestly, the most anybody says is basically, oh, I think. When'd you get that? That's crazy. Like, people don't know. You know what I mean? They just think you got crazy tattoos for some reason. Like, even one of them is, that'll show Zappa. Like, just think you're a fucking rebellious kid.
Right. Yep, stick it to Zappa all the way, I guess.
But yeah, that's.
Get to Thistle's house and knock on the door.
It opens like quickly with Thistle, like,
But
oh, Ty. Berry butter breakfast toast?
just take it. Thank you.
And come on in.
And
Bro,
very-
your friend is here.
gingerly sit on one of the chairs in hopes that I don't break it.
Oh, there's a tie chair. There's
Okay.
one that's reinforced. It's more of an ottoman, less of a chair. But
Yeah, I was gonna say I like to
sturdy.
think that there's a table that is also Ty's chair. Like it's like a stool to Ty, and it's like a
Yeah,
sewing table to me. And this.
something like that. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I just kind of bounce around the corner. My crow flying out in front of me first. The crow greets you by just its classic. And I just kind of wave. Do I see any facial expression that would make me question your mood, or are you kind of neutral?
He's stewing, like not like angry stewing, just like what is happening stewing. Like you can see he's got a lot of questions rolling around in his big dumb brain.
Yeah. Because I can see that. I'm gonna go up to you and kind of just trace my finger, like because you're sat down, I'm assuming I can reach your elbow. So I just kind
Yep.
of trace my finger in a circle around your like elbow. And like tilt my head and I'm like, what? Just like so it's like you know that I'm doing it in a caring way, but some people might be like, why only what?
Yes. Good morning, Ro. So I don't know what all you've been told, but I presume you've been told something at this point, having known that me and Chick were off in the middle of somewhere with somebody. I think the town leaders had some things to say. Or they didn't. I don't know. Have they talked to you?
Yeah. And she kind of glances over to Thistle for Thistle to give them some space.
I'm gonna go see what's in the garden. She takes her tea.
And once Thistle's out of earshot, just because Ro doesn't actually know what happened with Ty yet, so they don't want to like put them in a scenario where they need to talk about it in front of someone. So yeah, Ro like explains in as few words as possible, roughly what happened. She explains that she doesn't really trust the explanation purely because it felt like there was no way of being sure. Like it felt like a very bravado And like it seemed to be like very performative. It didn't feel like there was any evidence other than their witnessing and accounts, and they didn't really answer much. They just kind of expected us to believe their version of events. But she says what they said, and she says they believe what they said. That's what they think happens. Like it's not that they think that's a lie, because I did check that. But she doesn't know when like the last person of them, like of the village, actually witnessed like the turtle. It doesn't seem like any of them have really had any kind of contact for generations now.
So Ty will share the part about the other group having another piece of this turtle. And that they, they believe that this happened, and while the town leaders think it was a gift from the turtle, it's actually killed her. Like she used to revive, and now she's just dead, dormant, and we can revive her. But if we do, this town and the other holding won't be protected anymore. So we sacrifice the town for the turtle.
Ro kind of
don't.
nods and starts to go quite internal hearing this, because it sounds more complicated than either side are just let on. Because on one hand, right, we just to explain her thoughts. On one hand, these guys seem to think that this gift has killed the turtle, but on the other hand, the town elders have never actually encountered the turtle directly. So whatever's happening isn't like there's more going on each side than's been said.
Right.
So it's not
the telephone game has been played for eons beyond what anyone can remember. So
yeah,
I think we should meet with Chick and Ham and see if we can make a plan to deal with the goblins. Because if we can deal with the goblins, then we can safely take the protection and potentially save a giant turtle. Maybe.
I mean, priority's got to be
Above board.
Just a question about Table. It's not about saving the turtle, right? Wasn't it about freeing her soul so it can reincarnate again?
Yes, but however
yes.
Ty interprets it is how Ty interprets it.
Is that an interpretation or?
That's Ty's interpretation. He's got to save the turtle because she's dead right now, and she will be back alive if it's done right.
And the other thing that I'm asking just to remind myself, they found the turtle already dead. They just took what was left of something, right? Of a soul or.
One side believes they took the soul, the other believes they were given
but I mean, it was already dead.
Yeah, it was already dead.
They didn't kill the turtle.
No. As far as anyone has said, nobody has killed the turtle. They've just lived on it.
Wait, I thought Ty's side did say they'd killed the turtle.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Well, no, that's what they. Sorry, that's what they said because that's what they believe.
Oh yeah,
but sorry,
did they say that?
What?
Didn't?
I think they said they just found They went deep into the turtle already dead because the turtle died like thousands of years ago.
Yes.
And our village became hundreds of years ago.
Yes.
And they found something, the soul, the heart, I don't know.
Yes.
And they used that to make these things.
But they didn't retcon the age of the village a little. Because this grew past the one shot I started with by a lot. But yeah, essentially all those details are correct.
Oh, see, now I'm more confused.
It's essentially it's Rashomon right now. One side has one story they believe, another side has another story they believe, and they're both based on the same thing with the same facts, just with a different perspective.
But the little difference is one say they were given this gift, and the other said it was taken.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody said nothing about killing the turtle
Yeah.
or anything.
Right. Thank you. Sorry.
Both sides was already dead.
Oh, okay, so that
Which is
would
great.
be a retcon then, because
Yeah.
the ties group said it was killing her, and that was when Chick and Ty were talking with them. One of the specific things was that it was the village's fault that the turtle was dead.
No,
So that's
what I
it-
got is that it's the village fault that the turtle cannot resurrect, or not resurrect, reincarnate in her next cycle.
Yes, that's
it's
what's
not-
the
it's not
village
Not
that
that
they
fault.
she
killed-
died, that she cannot be born again. It's kind of different, I guess.
Slightly.
okay.
They're preventing her resurrection, not that they killed her. By
Okay.
using
Well,
the pieces
yeah.
of her soul to protect the town, she can't be resurrected.
Yeah, but I think
And-
resurrection can get us to more confusing. It's not resurrection, right? It's like
Yeah, you couldn't
the
use
body
a.
is gonna be here forever. It's a dead body.
Yeah, it's reincarnation. It's a whole new body, a whole new life, but with the same like energy kind of deal.
Yeah, it's the
Gotcha.
avatar.
Yeah, more or less a turtle avatar. That's a good way to put it.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry, you guys were talking because that did need to be cleared up.
So, yep, okay. So, reiterating all of that, I think I will refer back to we should go find Ham and Chick and decide if, is Jeffrey our main problem, and do we just slaughter goblins? Because it seems like every time we go out there, there's more of them.
I think we should work out Jeffrey's motivations.
I think chaos is his motivation.
Yeah, but everyone's got a different concept of what that looks like. But we should find Ham and Chick.
Okay, I know where Ham will be. He'll be somewhere near the forge. Chick maybe he'll find us first.
All right, we're gonna jump over to. Yeah, what do? You did start your day late, Chick. So like, your schedule is pretty off.
Yeah, yes, Norman. Anything to do today?
I mean, there's stuff to do every day, but you just do deserve a bit of a break. I mean, have some leisure time. You know,
Sure.
all work and no play makes Chick a dull boy.
I smile and I start to going out. When I stop, I turn around and grab my knives. Yeah, it's better not to leave this once. And I start going out again. And again, I stop. And I come back, I put on my armor and take out my bows.
Remember, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
And I get out for a stroll.
All right. There we are. The town is pretty just fucking normal. Everybody's going about their business. Like,
Is there any particular spot that is very high? Like a tree or a tower or something?
oh, honestly, we don't really build for height when your walls are only so high. So there's like a tall tree in the center of the
I'm
village.
asking about table. I don't know if you.
Yeah. I'm like, I will say, I had to come up with the answer because,
Yeah.
but we'll say there's.
I just walk to the tree and I pay attention to the people to see if they look at me
People
in a
wave.
paranoid way. I know stuff now and it makes me feel very uncomfortable. So
People wave. Like, kids don't fuck with you as much since you came back and kind of like earned your spot. You know what I mean? More or less. Like, you're not a chick. You're a rooster now. You know what I mean? Like, kind of deal. So
A big rooster.
Big throbbing rooster. And, yeah, kind of the cock of the walk, some would say.
Yeah, but that if they look uncomfortable or
No, nobody gives a shit. Like, they
Or
just
maybe-
look like, hey, fucking chick, what's up?
well,
How
I
you doing?
do
Got
look
some
at them
schmutz
like
in your hair.
weird out. Like I'm seeing them for the first time.
Oh, and yeah, they kind of get...
The adults specifically.
Oh, the adults? They kind of
Yeah.
get the idea, but they figure it's like, now you're seeing them as adults and equals rather than, like, adults' authority, you know, kind of deal. So they're just, whatever, fuck it.
No, I look at them as if they've been hiding some real shit for years,
Yeah, they don't pick up on that. They just think,
and they don't even care, and it doesn't even wait on them.
no, they just, hey, chick, what's happening, buddy? So some weather that's weathering right now. That is some weathering. You know what I mean? Like, it's just everyday shit. Nobody seems any fucking different, except, obviously, to you.
Yeah, I look at them like Marty McFly in the 50s. And that's that. I walk until I guess I found them.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. One of them is super hard not to see. So, yeah, in the distance, you see a large tattooed man strolling about town with his elf friend.
I walk towards them.
I'm sure Tide clocks chick on his way over there. I don't know, unless you're being stealthy.
Yeah?
No.
Okay. I was like, are you being stealthy, bitch?
The opposite.
I'll
I'm like
nudge.
super distracted.
I'll nudge Ro and be like, see, I told you you'd find us. And I'll kind of just toss my head towards where chick is. How you doing this morning?
Good. If you look at them, and I just point to everybody. Don't you think it's weird knowing the truth now?
I don't look at them because they don't fucking know anything. They're just ignorant.
I don't remember
This
this.
whole town.
Did I talk with my father about this and everybody? And do I know if everybody knows?
You never mentioned it to your dad at all.
Yeah, I think so.
So you don't know if people know or don't or what.
Then I look at them as ignorant fools. I recount what I said 5 minutes ago because I was misremembering. Yeah, ignorant fools.
I'm gonna walk towards the forge. And as we get like within proximity, I'll be like, Ham! I don't want to look for you.
Ham, doing his laps around the village, hears a loud but not altogether close
I'm
holler.
gonna roll perception.
Ooh, I'll allow it.
12.
Actually, that's the number I had in my head. Meets it, beats it. So it's fake, but it's there.
I was hoping for a 2 so that I would be like, I don't hear anything. I'll clock where they are, and then just like on my last lap or whatever around there, like come around.
Yeah, so you're just hollering ham for the next feasibly like 15 minutes.
No, I literally yelled it once.
Oh, all right.
And figured that was.
I really, that's what I had in my, like a hog collar, like, hey. But, all right, fair. Then, yeah, he just takes the time getting around the village. You hear Slobberknock's jowls slapping together before you
I'll
see.
just sit on the stairs of wherever we are near the forge.
Yep.
And wait.
Yeah, you look like the cool kids
and
outside
I'll
the 7-Eleven.
doodle a giant penis in the dirt in
Definitely the
front of
cool
the
kids
fort
outside of 7-Eleven.
The well,
and write
cool
the word
emo.
big dicks in it.
Mm.
Being passive aggressive to Zappa.
Kind of, you see a dwarf go like that goes in, sees it, and goes, "You're not wrong," and then just fucking goes in.
That's- How else would the dwarf stay so short?
It's weighing us down.
There's gotta be something perpetuating this species.
Luxurious beards.
It's luxurious beards. Okay, yeah, roll by. Did I hear you calling?
I figured you did. Uh, my thought is you're interested in trying to kill off these goblins, which I think is an important first step. But then the next step is figuring out like, why all the lies, I guess. This town just seems so buried in it. They don't even know that they're in it.
Well, lie is a funny word. I reckon that when somebody knows something and they purposely never tell you, you could call that a lie. But I also reckon you don't tell kids everything. Some things people don't need to know.
I think this is
I'm not,
perpetuated into ignorance.
yeah, I'm not
Like
happy
some of
about it.
them don't even know.
Yeah, and honestly, good for them. I won't say that knowing it.
What are
I
they
won't
gonna
say that knowing it has made me happier or better. Yeah, understand. So, good for them, I guess. Um, but yeah, I reckon you're right. We got to solve a goblin problem, and then we can clean out old wounds after that.
what do you think about trying to find Jeffrey? Like how do we even start? Because that's
Yeah,
clearly the nidus.
yeah. I don't know if Jeffrey is.
Where the goblins are more dense. Maybe that's where Jeffrey is. More
Yeah,
goblins, more protection for them.
this is the only lead we have. In the way of things, I'm not sure how
But the
Sage,
big
look at your
up
bird,
the
phone.
chain he is.
the big bird too. Do you remember having seen a big bird when we were scouting 2 days ago?
Did we see a big bird?
We did. We did. It was about the olive. I think it was attacking the bloodhogs or something like that. Theo yeah mentioned it quickly. Well, that big bird belongs to Jeffrey. It's like Rose Raven.
Huh. So he's out there watching us.
Well, there were lots of different goblins and big scary wolf-offs. Like they weren't the same.
Hmm.
Wasn't someone saying that they don't normally work together? So
They
if we
said they
find
don't.
more goblins that are working together, we'll find Jeffrey.
That's a fair point.
Could you send your bird to see if there's some camps we could pinpoint as opposed to just wandering out into the woods and hoping we stumble upon it?
I can send my bird up, but a lot of the like last time we tried to do this, a lot of the tree cover makes it hard to find. So maybe if I look for smoke, so we find a camp rather than like just
Yeah.
scouting in general. Like if
That
we
sounds
go
like
around dinnery time or lunchy time or breakfasty time, like if we go and look for smoke signals.
Wait, bro, check this out.
Hmm?
Check this out. And I mumbled some words in Sylvan, and I cast minor illusion to make a recreation of the big bird. You're muted.
Yeah. The vulture. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a vulture. Okay.
It was a
This
big
thing-
fucking vulture. Like, but yeah.
When we got separated, this thing chased me, and
Oh.
until I deal with it, the fire didn't stop. And then it puffed away like it wasn't even real. And the fire stopped. If we find this thing, we find Jeffrey.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can also try and see a vulture in the sky that's that fuck off big.
hard to miss.
Is that what Rosehip says?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
fuck
another.
This is also
another
when
clue.
you would realize you've already seen this vulture. And it is
Oh.
a giant fuck off vulture, and it was tearing through Bloodhawks above
Yeah.
you that one time. It's been 30 days, so you'd notice, you keen minded bee.
Yeah. I remember. With all of my mind brain.
All of my mind brain.
With every part of it, my mind brain.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna send up. I'm assuming we're leaving the village gates, right?
Well,
And we're heading towards the forest enough to
honestly,
do this.
the bird is big, but I don't think it's big enough to just walk around and find it that easy.
I mean, it depends
It's
if it's
a
flying.
huge place.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're gonna look for smoke signals as well. Like if there's smoke coming up from any of the forest, that'll lead us to a camp, and the majority of the camps out here aren't people.
Honestly, I would start in the village. These people, Thai cousin, they knew about Geoffrey. So maybe the elders know about him too.
If you want to question those people who want to tell us about as much as dead fishers do, you are welcome to. But they were about as helpful as dead fishers, which Ham, I believe, can attest to.
Dead fishes aren't helpful, I can promise.
Unless you're eating them, and then they keep you alive.
They can feed you.
Oh, fair
You're
point.
right,
And I
dead
reach
fishers
in,
would be more useful.
reach into my pack and pull out a very thin, seasoned strip of lean fish jerky.
Nice.
My new diet.
Doesn't smell good.
That's not for you.
Right. Well,
But
I don't.
why do you want to go for Jeffrey?
Why do we want to go for Jeffrey?
Or after Jeffrey, sorry.
Because it sounds like he's the one who's getting them to band together. If they lose their frontman, they lose their coordination.
Yeah, I know that I know, but isn't this a problem that the whole village should be part of? Why are we going on our...
I gesture to the whole village as they are meandering. Do you think that these people will do anything but die if they go beyond the gate?
I would like to remind Ty at this moment that everybody in the village is generally a former adventurer who is pretty fucking capable.
Yeah, except they're not doing anything.
It's the newer generation, the one slightly before yours, that had the steep decline, to be fair. If you remember from what that dude told you.
Including us?
And
Or
well,
we are fucking us?
you're the bell curve. You're going. Don't worry about it.
Also, above table, this is the plot hook.
Yeah.
Let's just follow the
Yeah,
plot.
like above table, like
We're going after
if you
Jeffrey
have
because that's
something
how
you'd
the game is
prefer
played.
to do,
No,
then
no, no,
by
no.
all means. But
No, I'm just saying that finding Jeffrey is like I don't know. It's a whole one person in a whole fucking Australia. That's my thing.
except for rather than it being in real life Australia, it's in a storybook set in Australia.
Well, I mean,
When
besides
Australia is the
proportion,
turtle's
like,
back.
With the
Are
DM
we
that's
gonna
gonna
be able
take
to
us
find
to
him?
him. Yes.
Like
Because the DM is not stupid and he will take us to him.
Maybe. You don't know what you're going to run into on the way.
yeah, like we could really
Well,
fuck it
I'm
up.
not-
Like it's always
I'm
possible.
not saying that there won't be things in the way on the way, but we will get there if we go.
Hit level 19, Jeffrey shows up.
Right. The fact of the matter is no one else is doing anything. And if the whole rest of the town are a bunch of capable adventurers and they're sitting here on their fucking laurels, then they're garbage and we need to do something.
I would like to remind Chick and Ham, because it's been a couple weeks, that you have seen evidence that the village has been out slaughtering goblins in mass. Remember on your way running back, you saw a bunch of bodies littering, like a lot of goblin bodies littering the... No.
Small child.
I would say, I mean, I think the village, for the most part, is concerned with immediate defense, and that's not wrong. That does mean that there needs to be some particular group of people not concerned with immediate defense, but rather strategic attack, and may as well be us. So let's do it.
May as well.
Are we back in game?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes, we're back in
Because
game.
that sounds very ham-ish.
Because that sounds very... Yeah. It would strike Ham that you did just ask to be in on strategery missions.
Yeah. I reckon we go to the next battle planning.
See what they know.
and see what they know. You know, barring any arguments about the past, but just forward thinking on what we're gonna do tomorrow. If they've got a clue, let's run it down.
Hopefully they have a clue.
If they don't, well, by God, then we'll run across Australia to find Jeffrey.
Is Jeffrey says.
That's when behind you, you hear, you know, if you're gonna have clandestine meetings, maybe don't do them in the fucking stairway of my forge.
No secrets here.
Fair?
Clandestine is the
Fair.
wrong word.
But if you're gonna do what you're talking about doing, and right now you're talking about being dumb as fuck, how about you take a second, mosey on inside, and I'll enlighten you into what we've been doing. So you don't work against us, and you work with us, and there's no fucking chance of mistaken identities in the night. 'Cause some of these old fuckers don't see so great.
Who is this?
That's
Zappa?
yeah, Zappa.
Well, all right then. Let us have it.
Well, you gotta get the fuck in here.
Passive aggressively, as Zappa turns around to walk away, I point an arrow from my giant big dick in the dirt in Zappa's direction, and then I walk inside.
Not wrong there either, Missy. Nice stuff. Yeah. So essentially, he brings you into a back room. You always thought it was just a storage shed that was above your pay grade. Even when you're helping, people are like, no, don't you just don't go in this room. You know what I mean? It starts. Actually, let me retract that. It starts off as a supply room, and then you move a thing to the side, and it's a whole nother fucking room. You take some stairs down, it's like a warehouse beneath the forges. You can feel the heat, but there's tables and stuff down there, and there's like a map of. It's not like Game of Thrones where it's like a map of the fucking turtle. It's just an immediate area of about like 50 or so miles. That it's an expansive fucking area, but which is more or less, and well, yeah, that's what you see when you get down there, and you can very easily see like the pin of the village because it has the walls.
Can we try to pinpoint the caves in the mountains?
It's only 50 miles.
Okay, not that big.
So yeah. You get down there, you see there's the usual surly fucking dwarves. There's an elf or two, a couple of gnomes. Like there's just a smattering of people in the village, but generally they're older by generation. And
It's the vets, not the boomers.
yes, more or less, it's the yeah, like yeah. But like, given that some of them take forever to fucking age, like it's hard to pinpoint that down. But yeah,
Right.
like, are you sure these young fucks can handle it? First thing out of a dwarven mouth, the second you guys walk down.
I reckon the time will tell us. And when I find out, I'll let you know. How about that?
We'll fucking see. And like everybody kind of pulls up a chair, and like there's 4 chairs for you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the head,
I just glower at the dwarven and respond.
and Zappa kind of like slams his fist on the table, and it just fucking reverberates. He goes, "All right, that's enough of that altogether. If I didn't think them capable, they wouldn't be fucking down here now, would they? Alright, don't insult me and my fucking decisions at my fucking table. On to business." And he kind of waves his hand over, he kind of notions over to an elf, and they wave their hand over the map. And you can see there's like red dots, green dots, blue dots, kind of dispersed over. There's a main concentration in the northeast of green, big concentration of blue to the south, and around us there's more and more red dots appearing. But to the direct west is where there's like a more like condensed dots of where they usually are. Alright, we ain't got time to get everybody up to speed, but if you use your common fucking sense, look at the map and ask a friend, you'll figure it all out. Right now, our primary concern, and he kind of just points to the myriad of red dots poking up outside the Bloodhawk range. And you see there's a mysterious lack of dots at the waterfall you guys are very familiar with. And, but yeah. So, we're going to do the same thing we've been doing. Teams of 4 to 5. We keep in contact through the stones. We don't do anything stupid. We get numbers, we get bodies, we get home. Alright? There are too many of them to form an all-out offensive, but if we can chip away at their invasion, we can kind of funnel them back to where they came from, and maybe, if we're lucky, keep them from coming back. But for right now, it's all about keeping them from encroaching. That is the main key. After we get more information, after we get more perspective, that's when we strike where it hurts. But right now, we don't exactly know where the fuck that is.
And what are you doing to get that information?
Well, whatever we need to. This isn't for the squeamish, young man.
So the answer is you don't know. So you're just keeping the tide at bay till it overwhelms us. That's
No.
the answer.
Zappa kind of breathes out. While you're at the table, Speak with a little more decorum. And no, what we're doing is creating dams to block the tide, to create dry land. But we need to fight back that tide in order to do that. And in order to see where the current pushes and alter it with a smart, decisive strike, we need more information than we have now. So we do what we can.
Who's gathering the information?
Right
you
now,
while
the
you fight the
people-
tide?
There's a network of people here, people out there still, and yeah, they are constantly giving us what they can find. Some risking their life and some dying for it. So speak with a little more respect.
Yeah, will do.
But let's move on. Right now, I think the teams are obvious. You know who you work with. We need you to go out and do the same thing we asked you to do last time. Get information, eradicate a camp, salt the fucking earth, keep that shit from happening. Metaphorically, don't actually do that. We may need, like, the land. Just, I don't want y'all taking me too literally. And kind of looks over at, like, one of the old one-eyed dwarfs is like,
He had a bag of salt, and he goes, "Oh," and just sets it down.
but yeah, we push the tide back, as it were, and we create the dams. That's why we leave people. That's why there's people out there now. They are the dam, and when we can do more, we will do more. But we're not going to do anything stupid.
Who of the network has last seen this? And I'll kind of gesture to Chick, and I'll be like, "Can you do the thing again? Can you make the vulture?"
I cast the illusion.
Yeah. A couple of the elves, like, you notice, kind of perk up when you do it, and it's not just because of the magic.
Yeah.
I've seen that bird. That is, yes, that's the vulture. That
This
is,
is bound to be close to the head of the goblins. Well, not that, maybe not the head.
like,
but
everybody kind of goes,
someone
what?
important.
And this Jeffrey is?
I look at Ty. You really don't know?
We don't know who Jeffrey is. We just know that he's getting the goblins and the dog face men to work together.
Yeah, this person organized them. And I cast now this guy's self.
Oh,
And I look like Jeffrey.
oh, sexy. I like it.
Okay. I look like Jeffrey.
All right, yeah, and you look like Jeffrey. That is how that
This
works.
is a vulture in the sky. This is what we're looking for.
Yeah. I have not seen this person, but we'll keep an eye out for the vulture and know that they're a duo of import. What gives you the impression just that they worked with goblins? Like, kind of one of the gnomes speaks up from the side.
They drop the spell. And I just wait until someone else answers.
Let's just say we have our own dam.
Your own damn what? Oh, your own damn. Okay. All right. I guess.
Damn.
Cool. All right. Well, and that was kind of just like waiting for people to say their pieces. Like, really, there ain't much to these meetings other than if you need stock to take requisition, if you need like items, javelins, arrows, things like that, just so we know to make more. Really, there's not too much you can't get if you need it. But
Where was the last place those elves saw?
the vulture?
The vulture.
One of the elves points, and a little like wisp shows up. It's farther away than you would have thought. It's like on the edge of the map, but it's between the red and, if I remember, the green. It's like in this wordly space. No, I don't have a map made of it yet. Sorry, I will.
And that's miles upon miles away.
Yeah, that's at least, like I said, this whole map is 50 miles, or did I say 500? 50.
50.
Yeah, it makes more sense for 50. For 50, and it's like on the edge of it, so it's 49, 50 fucking miles, give or take. It is not a short ways away.
How long ago was that sighting?
I don't know, week, maybe, less.
Oh, I just sighed very loud by accident, like, oh. And I point to the map where I saw it yesterday.
Oh, which is literally in the Blood Forest. Or on
Here.
the way from, yeah. Like,
It was here yesterday.
what?
Oh, damn it.
That's and kind of that is an awful quick way to go. All right. And you're sure?
Bro, with your memory, can you confirm this?
Yeah.
Bro?
Everybody
I-
looks at Ro. Whoosh.
Both in game and out of game, there was some toileting action. So just assume that Rose just got back to the
Yeah.
secret meeting room.
All right. Fair enough.
It's 8:30 in the morning. It's people time. Like, it is.
It's fair. Everybody's got to have it. But yeah, tranced out a little bit, and now she's back.
Yeah. Sorry.
But everybody's
I was just
When you-
asking your confirmation for the spot in the map of the vulture.
yeah, and like 13 strangers are looking at you expectantly.
Well, I investigate the map.
You see
I
blue dots to the northeast, green dots to the southwest, I want to say. Red dots to the direct west of the village, with a lot of red dots right outside of the Bloodhawk Forest. And a vulture symbol over between the red and the blue in the more northwestern region.
think that vulture's the vulture.
That's where they saw it last,
Okay.
which was like a week or less ago, but Chick just reminded them that he saw it yesterday
Oh, and where did he see it?
in the the Bloodhawk Forest.
We
Okay.
saw it together,
Mm-hmm.
and then it chased after me when I ran away.
Yeah, that was the vulture you
So-
saw fucking up those Bloodhawks.
I'm pointing more when we were together.
Alright.
We saw
Well,
it here, and
I
then
know
moved.
this is a long shot, but what if we think the vulture's connected to Jeffrey, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, aren't the Bloodhawks part of the village's defenses?
They're more of a natural built thing, not like a trained thing. Unless you leave
No,
a
but
carcass, they leave you alone.
You're missing my point of
Okay.
the stick and the end.
All right.
If that's part of the village's defenses, whether that's because we're on a mountain and we're high or not, if someone digs under the mountain, they weaken your defenses. If someone's attacking the Bloodhawks, whether the vulture is doing a natural defense attack or not, it's still attacking your defenses, and we think it's connected to Jeffrey. So I would assume that if it's going after Bloodhawks, which are particularly gnarly for one thing to go after, and there are easier prey in the area, that there might be some form of connection, and we should investigate that.
Looks like you have your direction then.
Okay. I mean, that would be my thought, if, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Zappa kind of smiles seeing you talk so much. Like, he is very proud that you made that presentation.
I like to think there were definitely some words that would have been hand gestures instead, but
Well, I couldn't tell. I have a Sicilian mother-in-law. That's how they talk.
honestly, I feel like that is like the style that that would be very gestural.
But yeah. And honestly, with that, the people separate into teams of 4 or 5, and essentially leave. Some leave from the north, some leave from the south. They don't all leave from the same place.
Okay.
Zappa's still there, kind of just looking over the map a bit. That's yeah. And what do you all do?
How long have you been holding these goblins?
Well, this is, admittedly, this big a push is very new. Even a decade ago, this would have been unheard of. But sometimes you got to fight to keep things, and that's all right too.
Mhm.
But I'll tell you, there's something different about this. They're laying traps. They're setting ambush routes. There's a lot more direction than I would like in my goblins. I'll tell you that right now. And kind of
I
just
look at Ty again. Like, I'm not sure if we should talk about the other camp. And I think it's more important to Ty than to me. So I look for permission.
I just shrug at this point. Like, I feel like Ty's in a place where he feels like he can't. No one fucking knows anything, and they're all just running blind into bullshit. So
Have you tried talking with the others? They appear to know way more than you do. We do, I guess.
you see him. You can like a growl vibrates through the entire room. Like you can all just feel that shit like the bass at a concert. And he goes, "What they got's a lot of half notions and superstitions. Their level of facts, not so much. I respect the decisions that were made, but they're not the decisions I would have made."
I'm not talking about decisions. I'm talking about Jeffrey. I'm talking about the goblins.
Talking to, oh wait, I misunderstood. There might not have been
Yeah.
a big old.
No, I'm not talking about the turtle. No,
Oh,
I'm talking
all
about.
right. My
We
bad.
know about Jeffrey from the other plan.
Well, you know about Joffrey because you met him.
Yeah, but they explain us about the chaos and how he was organizing the goblins.
Goes,
And they didn't know about Joffrey
no,
in
they
this town.
didn't. Nope.
So that's
Well, all right, I'm lost. So what's the question again? Like I'm a 4-year-old.
know if you talk with them,
Um.
information about the goblins and Joffrey.
All right. So you did ask about the rebel group.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes,
so,
but not with the turtle. Not about the turtle.
But not about. Yeah. All right. Well, no, that's what he would say about
he's
them
asking-
regardless.
yeah,
What about
he's
Jeffrey?
asking why not work with them? Work with them. They have information.
Yeah.
All right. Then I definitely didn't understand that. Thank you for the clarity. I'm dumb sometimes. And he's like, "You think we haven't tried? All right, this is not something new. We've reached out before. We know they got their little fucking eyes everywhere. We get it. All right, they're very good at what they do, but that doesn't mean that we're not good at what we do. And we just have an extreme difference of understanding that seems to get in the way of things."
Mm.
Now, if there were a way that communication was possible in a respectful manner, then however we got that information would be rather irrelevant when compared to the information itself. If you understand what I'm saying.
There is a way.
Well, if you can do it, do it. But I'll need some sort of proof, because, well, that's just how all this works. But you do what you gotta do. And if you have a beat on Jeffrey, you know where to go to get information, and that place will talk to you, then go ahead and do it. Kind of like looking at all of you.
Just like nods. Just nod.
I mean, now, unless you guys have something else you gotta say. You got any other questions?
I wake up and head out.
I don't make eye contact as I just turn and leave.
I just kind of like, it's not a skip and it's not a waddle. It's like some excited in between skip waddle behind Ty. Like, kind of like a penguin.
Yeah, and for anybody else who's looking, I'm assuming Ham might be nothing but proud. He's a little confused by Ty, but he understands that there's a lot going on for him right now. So, actually, no, he wouldn't. Well, he's a man with tattoos now. A lot's going on. But yeah, nothing but pride.
All right, well, let's go kill some shit.
Well, do you have anything you want to do to prepare for the trip?
Yes.
I would like to level up.
Well, that would be nice,
Yes.
wouldn't it?
Given that we're about to kill a bunch of goblins, can we just do like 10 sessions of combat XP instead of milestone XP and just proceed to murder every goblin on the...
Well, you do. It's up to you.
I would like to get some berries for the trail again, and this time I'll get 3 portions worth so that Slobberknock can have some as well as Ham and me.
Was there
Right.
something special about those berries I'm forgetting in the moment?
No, it's just the first time we went out. This is what I did as well.
Oh, all right then. Cool.
Just a little diet food. Little,
I-
little
Did
healthy
I?
food.
Normal berries.
What's up, Rev?
I'm gonna give a potion to roll.
Oh no.
And you say that the paladin heals better than the barbarian, right?
Yes.
And then I'm
For
gonna
now.
give another potion to Ty.
All right.
That's that. It's potion of healing, the smaller one.
Well done. All right. Ham, anything you're trying to do?
To prep? No, I think I'm good. Let me check how many javelins are in my inventory. I probably stock.
There is stuff like that to consider, by the way.
I have 7 javelins are the strength ones, right?
Yeah.
I'll get like I'll round out to the 10 that I usually carry, and then
As an idea, since you're big as shit, if you wanted to get like essentially requisition 5 spears to throw at people, like I know you got magic and stuff, but you like that. That's up to you.
Yeah, I'll take some range stuff. Why not?
That's what I'm saying. This is the time you can requisition some simple ass shit if you want it. So,
I'm
yeah.
good about weapons and all of that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm gonna go to Ty and I'm gonna apologize. You were right. They don't know anything about anything.
Yeah, that's sort of the problem. And they're
Well,
just marred in their.
And they seem so proud of it.
Yeah, they do. That's why I was having a problem being respectful in the meeting because I just don't. I literally when I learned that they're living in willful ignorance, I've lost all respect for this town.
I was
And also
hoping.
that I've been used as a puppet, but we're not going to get on the bitter side of things at the moment.
So what were we doing again? Sorry.
Prepping for.
No, yeah. I mean the whole plan because I think I missed a little of what Sage say.
More or less, you guys are
Oh.
going for Jeffrey.
Yeah. But the specific plan that she said.
Oh, okay. Well, what I said is, because the vulture seems to be connected to Jeffrey,
Yes.
and it's currently preying on bloodhawks, which is an unusual prey because they're very feisty.
Yes.
And the bloodhawks are part of the natural defenses of the village, and Jeffrey definitely seems to be targeting people in the village, if nothing else. Then
Actually,
there may
could
be
you
a
roll me a
connection
nature check,
between-
please?
Oh yeah, okay, yep. Nature check, nature
Okay.
check.
I think I
Probably
I got it.
failed, got a 14.
No, you beat it. It was 12.
Oh, nice.
Nice. As you're talking and kind of like replaying the memory in your head, you realize the hawks were attacking the vulture more than the vulture was attacking the hawks. They're just territory animals doing what territory animals do. And the vulture was more or less trying to just fend them off.
Oh, okay. That does change a lot. Then I have no plan.
Well, but that was a start.
That's still like you still have a plan. The plan isn't bad. Like, don't get the wrong idea. All the other stuff is absolutely 100% correct.
I don't think it's wrong to just go where we last saw the vulture and see what we can find.
I
While
would also
they're
like to check out the
prepping,
waterfall.
Can we get a break?
Actually, we gotta go in like 25
Okay.
minutes. But if you want to take a quick 5 minutes, like I
Break
actually,
free, yeah.
let's all be human. Go be humans. I'm okay with that.
I was human this whole time.
Oh, you human!
I've been a human the whole time.
The echo on that made that so fucking dope. Like the acoustics in your fucking place, bro. Amazing. Do I have it? Be right back.
Just so it can be said if no one else is leaving, the fight between Ifrit and Ifrit like literally gave my whole body chills.
Oh my god! That whole game makes my. You know, I'm not gonna say it. I appreciate that game quite a bit. And then,
Tentage. It gives you some tentage.
yes, I don't want it so erect.
Let me get a coffee.
Okay. Are you
I'm
leaving
not
too?
getting coffee as I ran out of milk before the game.
No. I can't do milk in my coffee, but I do non-dairy creamer.
I don't like fake things.
I wish I could have regular milk, but I can't.
Oh, are you a lactose?
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm pretty sure I am actually a lactose.
I used to put creamer. I didn't know I was lactose intolerant when I was in vet school, and I would put like real cream in my coffee because I love it. And literally by my second class, I would be like dying on the toilet for like 20 minutes. every goddamn day. I was like, why do I feel so shitty? And then I go to the doctor and they're like, stop eating dairy. I was like, oh, okay.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm going through a very similar thing because, like, I was fine after the kebab, but after the coffee, I'm not so fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's either the richness is just like, I've just gone past my gallbladderless body's richness and tolerance, because that's a thing. Like, missing the bile organ. So a lot of my fat, tolerance doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, you don't dissolve fat like you once did when you eat it. Just
No, I do not.
pisses off your pancreas instead.
Which can in turn make me violently
Ill.
spew. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Swings and roundabouts. It's quite good as a dietary aid because like it's really hard to fuck myself
like once I switched to non-dairy creamer, I like stopped adding sugar because like in America, every fucking thing has goddamn sugar in it. So if you get a non-dairy creamer, it's just like loaded with like 25 grams of fucking sugar in the goddamn bottle. It's like, okay, well, I don't need sugar. But you can get it sugar-free, which makes it a lot more tolerable.
But see, I really don't like stuff added to my foods.
Oh, are you this is I don't know if this is a thing in England. I know it's a thing in Scotland. People get real fucking pissed off about whether the cream goes first or the tea goes first.
Oh, it is a thing here. Yeah,
Okay.
it is. Yeah, I'm a tea. Well, okay, I'm a milk second person, because I'm a normal human being that has common sense. But some people put the milk first, I guess.
Hey, buddy.
See, I'm lazy. I'll do it either way. I don't care because I've never raised that way. However, in the mornings when I'm super lazy and I'm like making like an individual cup of coffee, I will put the creamer first. That way I don't have to mix it. I just shove it in there, and the pouring of the coffee just mixes it for me. And I'm lazy, and I'll drink it.
Coffee isn't quite as bad because coffee doesn't enjoy being over boiling point, right? So you can scald coffee, but you can't scald tea. You want to scald tea. Tea has to be boiling hot to brew properly. And if you put the milk in first, not only do you stop it from scalding the leaves in the cup, which also keeps your cup warm, you actually, because milk is an emulsant, it like doesn't brew as cleanly, and it can make it. Yeah, it's this whole thing.
It's a whole thing, huh?
It's a whole thing. You also another thing.
Well, does it matter then if you do like one of those instant kettles or whatever? Like you brew your tea in the instant kettle and then just pour it into something.
I do that, and it lasts me 2 or 3 days. It's disgusting. How I do it, not the tea. Because then when the water is getting low, I just pour more until I throw out the already used tea and put new one.
That's how I did coffee in my 20s. That's horrible.
It's a disgrace of tea.
It is.
I'm not going to talk upon other people's cultures, but just know to me that must be a cultural thing because there's nobody here that would ever do that.
I'm like,
No,
I think
it's
you
not
insulted
a
her British
Cultural
sensibilities.
thing is just I don't drink coffee and I like tea. So
No,
I've never been taught how to do proper tea, so
there's a level of blasphemy to what you said. That's what I'm trying to explain. I'm not saying that it's a normal thing for other people to do. I'm saying that that's you're getting a ruler to the palm.
I used to be a huge Japanese and Chinese tea snob. I drink a lot of like fresh black and green tea. So you can order. My favorite place used to be Seven Villages. Is like this place that sources it from certain areas in China. But I had this really cool thermometer with an alarm on it, and some teas come with a recommended steeping temperature.
Yep.
And so you would set the alarm on the timer, like, oh, this tea needs to brew at 210 specifically, and so you boil the water and then put the thermometer in it and click 210. And then when the water cools down to 210, the thermometer beeps, and then you put the fresh tea in.
eh, when I start hitting the water, that's it. That's hard enough for me.
And here I am drinking sweet tea like that.
Don't get me
I
wrong.
put sugar then after.
I love all types of tea. I just
Sun tea is
Brew it
actually my
right.
favorite.
Sun
It's
tea ain't
actually
bad.
my
My grandma used to
favorite.
make that. I don't know.
Sun tea.
Did you ever have any of my grandmas while you was there? Because I know she made that shit all the time, but I don't.
Yeah, she had some. Yep.
Should we
Yeah,
go
'cause
back or it's too late to game?
you at least get started, get into the forest.
Yeah, we can get you out there. Good call, Ralph. Good call, Ralph.
yeah. Well,
Sorry for the.
No, how dare you want us to be humans, monster?
No, I mean cutting the conversation to play again.
no, it's okay. It's probably a good thing.
It's like it's what we're here to do.
We're
Whatever.
literally talking about tea.
Yeah, that's the tea about tea from Vagabond Gaming. Tell your
I'm
friends.
gonna teabag the next goblin. No,
I support this.
that's not funny. Ty is gonna teabag the next goblin
That's a big tea bag.
We're not trying to bludgeon it to death. It's not like,
Right.
geez.
like a bull.
Wow.
Honestly, at the size of
Ty is
a
underage.
Goliath,
I would
they're
like to
probably
remind
not
everyone.
proportional.
I would
Probably
like to
not
remind
proper.
everyone Ty is underage.
Like a arm
Talking about his
grabbing
jacket.
an apple.
Dick size is often way more proportional to, in nature, to the size of the female's vagina,
Oh,
and how, like, not the size
so
of
we're
the,
gonna play
of the
pretend
male's
now,
body.
is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go straight to you guys. You got the stuff you need. You got the stuff you want. You guys,
You know
there's a
what?
door waiting for you guys in the forest.
I would like to say that makes a lot of sense, but I bet that means it's also in ratio with the birthing canal and how large of a live birth it is. Because cows, and that's it. That's the sentence. That's the leave off.
Because cows.
Because cows is the reason you all are given a block of cheese on your way out of the village as part of your rations. Work it down.
Yeah, let's get back to the game. But ducks have a corkscrew penis because female ducks have a corkscrew vagina.
Now you have a bottle of wine with a duck top. All right.
Full cheese.
And you're foresting. No, yeah, so you guys are ready to fucking leave. They open the doors for you, and
I got some javelins.
Mhm.
Is that my understanding?
no, you got spears.
I guess.
Spears. Got it. All right, I'm gonna add those. Spear.
I have this image in my head of you and him like lining up, and it's like Barbosa and Captain Jack's telescopes. Like he gets the javelin out, and then like you bring out your spear, and he's just like, I don't know. It's funnier in my head. Fuck everybody. Let's continue.
Yeah, I was thinking more in Batman and other superheroes
See
dressing
that?
like close up like javelins, daggers, and bows, and we got the door.
I don't think I've got any particularly pre
You've got your
set
pen.
up things, but I will hold a mage armor for if I hear any kind of uncomfortable rustling or whatever.
All right, fair enough.
Ready to cast.
And as a reminder that it's a +1 spell focus for attack. That's what that your the quill. It's a
Oh, it
+1.
gives me a +1. Okay.
Yes.
I will add that then, because otherwise I won't understand.
And that's my bad. But yeah, you guys make your way through. You're given like the ass end of a mostly fucking eaten deer to like leave for the Bloodhawks, so they don't fuck with you in any way.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, they they leave you alone as you go through, and you make your way to the one place you all know that is kind of the safety zone, as far as you can tell.
Look who here is.
Oh, boop. Nobody. Y'all
Oh,
don't know.
Bungales.
No, that was Bakutu. But
Kudu.
No, it was Mungalesh in this map, wasn't it?
No, remember,
Oh.
because on the last time he dropped you off and went for a swim.
Okay.
Okay, so we went to the pool.
Yes.
It's interesting that hand
The
squared.
black.
Hand squared.
Hand squared. It's my favorite kind
I
of
wonder
Christmas.
if the turtle here is the reason that this place is not bothered by the gobos.
I would like to look for the turtle.
Roll me an observation check. A reminder that this has been attempted literally
Observation?
yesterday. I
Gonna
said
make
observation.
a-
God damn my 3rd edition roots.
I did a survival.
I only rolled a 4, but that's because I rolled observation. Let me re-roll perception.
Fuck you.
14.
I hate everyone.
Have you been playing other games?
No,
Like,
shut
all
up.
observation. Mm.
Eat my butt. No, you don't know me.
I think actually it's what I did in our game literally last session.
Yes.
But yeah, with your 18 perception, you can see that this is definitely the kind of habitat that a turtle would like, and if there were a turtle, they would like to be here. It's a very turtley place to be. There's
How deep is this water? I forget. It's pretty.
it can be pretty deep. Like you had to hold
Yeah.
your breath a little bit to get to the bottom there.
Okay. I'm gonna
Not me.
just out of my own sheer curiosity, because we're not gonna go into battle since we have to leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in the water and I'm just gonna kind of like swim along the bottom and just drag my hands and see if I catch anything interesting as I go.
All right. That's a fun little concept. I didn't think of that. So roll me a die 100 and see what the fuck happens.
Okay.
I gotta know where my brain's, but high or low, you choose which way you want to go.
I want to go high.
All right. Get it.
79.
While
Nice.
he's at it, I'm gonna be checking behind the waterfall.
Oh, all right.
I hope there is another waterfall.
All right. If like 100 is Excalibur, you know what I mean? Some like fucked up thing
Right.
that's down there, you know what I mean? And then 78,
100 is Excalibur.
you know what I mean? Like that's
0 is a pebble.
and 0 is you got some muck on your hand there. 78's not fucking horrible.
79. Almost
79. Ooh, almost 80.
80. If you round up.
If you round up.
If you round up, it's practically 100.
Correct.
Ugh.
If you round up, it's technically Excalibur.
And we're gonna
You can
switch
think
to
about
Rev.
You can think about it. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I did not like this. Never crossed my mind, but it's so dope. Let me mark this down. 7, 9.
Didn't expect the barbarian to troll the bottom of a lake.
Right? Like I really didn't. I was like, all right, that's the
Wait, I
thing that's
thought-
happening.
I thought we did that last time.
No,
It was specific for
we
the
just
turtle.
literally grabbed the turtle.
Yeah,
Oh.
didn't have time
Because
to
it's
really look
had a
around.
perm. In the back. I don't know if we checked the waterfall.
We did. That's
you
where
did.
that was where the turtle was last time.
Yeah, and there's not like a real thing back there. It's more like a little space that a turtle could be. But
I hope
Not
that
much bigger.
my 79 ends up with a turtle attached to me.
with a turtle attached. I'm gonna promise it's not gonna be a turtle. Just because you want it so bad. A turtle
Okay.
would have to be 90, just for
Yeah.
sheer amount of want. No.
It's a piece of the mother turtle's soul.
Right. You come up with a candelabrum. No, fuck that. But yeah, behind it, behind the thing, you find a turtle. No, you just see the space that's back there. You remember it well from when you found the turtle back there the first time.
Are there turtle eggs?
No, there's not turtle eggs there.
Thank you for not giving me that choice. I was gonna eat the turtle eggs.
Like no, there's not. I'm sorry. because turtles wouldn't lay their eggs
Okay,
behind a
you
waterfall.
had time enough. What's the situation?
Sure,
now?
no, that's when we come back. All right, I'm sorry.
We're back.
Yup, bad DM moment.
We saw the waterfall. Now we're back.
Now we're back. Yeah, and Ty's been down there a little bit, but are you swimming with your eyes open or closed?
Open.
Open. All right. As you're kind of trolling the fucking muck down there, you know what I mean? Like, so it starts to get real ugly real quick.
Catfish. You find catfish.
You know what? I hate you, Jacob.
I mean,
I hate you so much.
They live in the muck.
They
are
do. Yeah,
ugly.
that's exact. Yes,
I'm
I
canoodling.
know. Yes, I hate you so much. But yes, you find your hand engulfed in the mouth of a dogfish. Fuck you, Jacob. It's a mutant catfish with the face of a dog. It's an even wetter slobber knock. No,
It's a pet. You have.
but yeah, you do.
You have a familiar.
You can't see anything right now, but you do find yourself with your considerable sized hand in something's mouth.
I pull.
I pull. All right, give me a strength check
Give me a muscles.
or athletics. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
we'll do that.
Athletics. 23.
All right. Oh yeah, you with a good pull. You're just like, and you start swimming. It's fighting you, but you're getting a good ways there. Roll me another athletics check.
60.
Yeah, it is fighting you. It's trying to back up. It's not, and it is not letting your hand go.
Can I come and help?
You all do see some churning in that water.
I would like to help.
All right.
And I'm not very strong.
Mm-hmm.
But I should have a rope, right? Like in my adventure kit.
Yes, you all at least have at least 150-foot length of rope, I believe.
Oh, can I like lasso Ty and help him, and then we can all grab the rope?
He's
becomes...
still like, we'll say halfway underwater. Not his body, but like if here's the top and here's the bottom, he pulled it up this far and then got pulled back down like a little bit.
So does he have a hand capable of grabbing a rope?
Yes.
Then can I throw him a rope and we can tug the rope?
100%.
Then I would like that. I would like to do that.
All right.
Okay.
I'll even wade out a bit so that he definitely gets hold of the rope.
All right.
But then we can all pull the rope.
And
Okay.
Yes.
So does that give me advantage on my next athletics check?
you have to roll me. God damn it! Not
We're
a
going
perception check to find the rope with
Okay.
advantage, because
Perception with advantage?
yep,
Okay.
because Sage made Rose
Eight-
Hip made
18.
Yeah, you feel something kind of like slither over you, and you know it's not a snake. So you kind of get the feel that you feel the fucking rough fibers, and you know what it is, and you feel the
Okay.
rope.
All right.
Good throw.
Now athletics check.
All right.
That's a natural 20.
Yay!
Okay.
You pull us
Bro.
to the water.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm gonna need an opposing strength check from Ro, because this was not secured to anything.
Oh, it's
but
everybody.
her.
That's what she said.
Oh,
Wait.
everybody has some rope.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
like for starters, I thought we were all gonna try and pull Ty out, but
Okay.
is Ty pulling us?
Ty's pulling at all. It's a big fight down there. Like,
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm pulling the fish and I'm trying to
Yeah,
use the
he's-
rope as leverage.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do it, but I also have a plan.
Okay.
I have a
Strength
plan.
checks. Oh, I got a 20 though. Oh no! Like whoops.
Yeah, and out of nowhere, you just feel
Although, would
this
that work
shift.
still?
Yeah, it would 100% work. It's a check. You can do it. You just find a way, like you position against a rock to break leverage and use that as like the break point to pull, and
Okay.
you kind of spin real good and get, yeah, that's how you get
I
'em
like
up.
to think I've watched too many crocodile nature shows and I'm doing a death roll.
Yes, 1000%. That is how you save Ty, as Ty's had, not only due to him pulling and all the 20s everywhere, there is a bald-headed fuck breaking through the surface, fighting something
Bald-headed fuck.
that
Hey,
has
you found a
turned-
bald-headed fuck.
that has turned most of this little pond a mucky color, so you can't even see what he's got.
I keep walking out of the pond with whatever I have attached to my hand.
All right, it's a swim, so give me another strength check, with advantage. and I'll-
Athletics or strength?
Athletics, thank you.
And just sitting on the edge, looking.
25.
Very well
I haven't
done.
even raged yet.
I know, you're a strong son bitch. Yeah, and you're doing good with the anchor that Ro has become with that 20 she planted herself with, and kind of created a firm space for you to pull from. And yeah, you guys
As
get to
I
shore.
come out of the water and I look at what I'm anchored to, I'm just very confused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
it's not a ham. It's right.
I was expecting to see Ham, and I just see Ro out there with the rope.
You see me? I'm just leaning on my Warhammer watching, like, damn.
I like to think that Ro isn't even entirely above the surface of the water she's in, even though she's in the shallow
Right,
part. Like
just-
it is just like neck down covered, and like the
Just
rope
see her, like,
goes
little
into
eyes,
the water.
and she's just,
Yeah,
like,
literally.
determined face.
Yeah. Like, literally.
Yeah, I was on the way to help, and then I just see her jewelry flash, and her arms like fly backward, and she starts spinning, and I'm like, "Oh no, she's fine."
Got
Got
it.
this, whatever this is, she got it. Yeah,
Ties the bait, rows the pole.
right. And
We've
so
gone
yeah,
fishing.
as you pull out, you start to
Ah,
notice there is weird colorations, and give me, everybody roll a perception.
Percepticate.
Dirty 20.
There we go.
Damn, a
19.
lot of dirty 20s.
12.
That's still pretty.
Oh yeah, you guys got 20. Oh.
Yeah. All right. With the 20s, you guys see that this is definitely a pattern to the, I don't want to say runes, but to the markings on this gigantic fucking catfish. And I mean, it's Ham's fist that you know is fucking a meat hammer itself.
You mean Ty?
What did I say?
You said Ham.
Oh, Ty's fist is like only a corner of its mouth. This is a large fucking fish. And it seems too big, essentially, for the pond now that you have it out.
The water is noticeably lower.
Right?
Is
Dude.
struggling.
As I like stand up with it, I'm like, do I put it back? I think I might need to put it back.
I don't think we should put that back. I don't think it's good for the biodiversity.
Did that fish eat the turtle?
That's what I want to know.
I just shake it. Did you eat the turtle?
Cut it open.
Catfish is lean.
It's far too large. Do we get the sense that it's in any way magical? Does it talk?
I mean,
Does it have legs?
Can I?
it has glowing patterns on it.
Can I?
Glowing.
Oh, and with the
Can
20,
I-
you notice its whiskers seem otherworldly. Almost, I don't want to say opaque or anything like that, but they seem to occupy two spaces at once in a very, like,
Like
It's
Displacer Beast?
not
Is
like
it the Displacer Beast
Not-
catfish?
no, not like a displacer beast, but more like, because that's like how they feel in their antenna and stuff. More like it can feel more than what is here. Essentially, they're
Ooh, it's spiritually attuned. It's got arcana lightning rods on its face.
I'd like to detect
Setting
the
flames.
magic.
This is probably what's keeping the area safe.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I think I need to put it back.
No, it's okay. We'll just put some water on it, investigate it a bit. Catfish can do really well out of water for longer than you'd think. It'll be fine. We'll just keep its like whiskers wet. It'll be fine.
Give it a kiss.
Shake it. I'm like, do you talk?
we have.
Wait.
It's like
It does look at you.
Oh,
Wait.
He can talk with your hand in the mouth.
he bit me.
He did bite you first.
Does anybody else speak with animals?
I,
Tickle him.
in
so he
theory,
laughs.
should have prepared it. I believe.
If you have the spell, I'll allow you to use it.
Okay, I have enough spell slots, and I'm pretty sure I can have the spell.
Because
but
you
I'm
didn't
gonna
really...
try.
I think that's a Druid Ranger spell, but I'm not sure.
Oh,
I think it is, yeah.
Poopies.
Spur. Yeah, it'd be a first level, I'm pretty sure, so yeah.
But
Bard Druid Ranger.
Oh wait, do I have it?
are you...
Oh, maybe.
Do you have second level spells?
Let me see.
It's a first level divination.
Yeah.
You should have access to that spell, Sage.
I do. I have speak with animals.
Alright, well... Right now I'll let you do it, but you should have access to that as a divination spell.
Yeah, that's why I'm annoyed, but I don't.
Alright, we'll work on that.
I think, yeah.
But for
It's
now...
School of Divination, but it's Bard Ranger Druid.
it might just be limited because you can do everything else, which is kind of fair. But anyway,
I'll go into my book one day.
yeah. You, ironically enough, what does your casting look like now that you have a hand stuck in a fucking catfish's mouth?
I'm just literally gonna, with one hand like in its mouth, I'm gonna put my other hand like on its, what would be like amount to its muzzle, and just be like, I need to know more. And I'll just cast it.
All right.
Fell fish beast, speak to me.
Like,
Take your
stop biting me.
Wait, can I use Identify on this catfish?
You can do what you want with that spell. Take it. Do
Oh,
it.
no,
On
sorry.
the objects,
Wait.
but I don't know.
And I'll just be like, who are you?
It kind of spits out your hand. Like, I was sleeping. Where the fuck?
I just like
Kind of like doesn't even realize where he is or that he's been caught. Like, this is a fish that is just waking up and has been lizard braining this whole activity. What am I supposed to do? I'm sleeping and somebody runs their hand up my spine.
So you trying to eat it?
Well, I have reactions. Yes, I try to eat it. Oh, I see the folly of this in your giganticism. But,
Yeah, you bit off more than you could chew. Literally.
well, that's... You see, like, a wry smile come across his face. That is an assumption, isn't it?
Anybody got any questions for this thing? Have you always been here? Do you always live in this
Are you
pond?
talking with the fish?
Yeah.
This pond is one of many
Considering-
homes.
Many homes. Where else do you live?
I live, there is a muck layer that we swim through. And that is one of our traveling pathways.
Can anybody travel those pathways?
Can you breathe mud?
No.
Then no.
Anybody else got anything?
Why is
Are
he
you-
shining?
He's saying he can travel
Not
through this
shining.
lake.
Why is he shining?
What way?
Why?
Oh,
It
why
is
are you
shining,
shining?
right? Yeah.
Why are you hairless?
Oh, I was born that way. Okay, he was born shiny. He doesn't know.
Does the fish's magic protect this area? Make it a sanctuary?
Are you magical? Are you keeping this place safe?
This place is keeping us safe. It
No.
feeds our travels.
He says he's taking advantage of the safe space. And he travels through it.
I don't know what that's to a fish.
Can we ask him where the other safe spaces are so that we can figure out how to get there and travel directly there?
Well, he says we have to breathe mud to travel there. But where are the other safe spaces? Could you point them out? Nope, not going to ask that question. Where are the other safe spaces?
Yes, there are a few places that feed our travels, but they are far between, which is why we must rest. And why you should not have wakened me.
Are there others on this turtle?
This what?
Oh. Are there others close by?
Now that he's unhugged, he's just kind of, especially after you say that, it's like, this person's crazy. It's like if you've ever seen a fish awkwardly back up.
If out of pure like
I think he's weirded out by us, guys.
no, but like if I was to do something weird, like it's just gonna be weird, isn't it? Like if I alter self my face into a fish face and try and like splish water on him and stroke him a bit, that's not gonna calm him down, is it?
Not one fucking bit. No. Above table, I tell you right now, that is gonna.
What?
How would you
what if I
feel?
make myself smell?
You're in the
Well,
fucking. You're in the ocean, and something pulls you aboard a boat, sees you, and then turns into you and starts caressing your body. That's gonna terrify you.
Well, I mean, maybe you.
Unsafe
but,
touching! Unsafe touching!
But she does have alter self, and you can use it to get gills and breathe.
yeah.
Can she alter self, travel with him, and use keen mind to remember where the other safe spaces are so that we can plot them out?
But what
can
if
breathe.
the
Ooh.
long way is longer than the spell duration?
Hey,
Well, I got an hour.
I'll tell you now.
It's a long distance, right?
Yeah, they're very far between, and that's why they need
Okay.
a lot of rest. And you would probably not make it halfway.
This
That
is
would be a
the DM
horrifying
saying,
death.
drop this line.
Yeah, please don't die. Like if you do this, there's only so much I can do.
The
And you're
tower
not.
is
I'm
empty.
gonna go ahead and guess if I cheese it a different way and turn my familiar into an octopus.
Hey,
like,
what's your
also
hey,
going
what's
to
your
be-
what's your name? What's your name?
What's his name?
Barnabas.
Barnabas. He says
No, Barnabas.
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 No, it's a dialect. I believe it's Barnabas.
Close.
Says his name is Barnabas. Hey, if I come back here, can we talk again?
Are you going to caress my butthole again?
Well, no, that wasn't the intent.
Then no.
Oh, that's how we.
No, I'm kidding. I jest. You seem like a fun lot, to be very least. I don't recall ever speaking to one of your dryness.
Dryness.
Yes,
Well,
you are very dry.
Well, you're very wet. I don't.
No, I'm regular.
No,
I
I'm
like to
regular.
think that-
No, this is regular.
Okay, but does that because isn't are we talking about being essentially sticky and unsticky people? Because water is sticky, it's not wet.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm gonna let you go. If I have more questions, I'll swim back down. You'll remember me, right?
How could I forget? Such coarse hands.
I love this fish.
I love this fish.
I've molested a catfish. I don't know how I feel about
A
it.
prestigious,
A very beautiful catfish, I guess.
beautiful, large.
All right, goodbye, Barnabas. We'll talk later.
Oh, reservoir.
How long were you sitting on that pun?
The entire time.
The entire time.
Like, the only thing I knew about this fish the second it came up is that's how it was leaving. It's the only thing I knew.
That's literally, I was like, it's a catfish. And you were like, I have a pun for that, so it
Yeah,
is.
it's like, no, that's what. No, I had catfish before you said it, fucknut. I was so. You called it so easy. But I hope that went well and was fun for
That
everyone.
was silly.
Because that's where we're going to end it. On a fucking happy note. For once.
On a catfish.
On a catfish. And I want to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for playing. This has been super awesome. I had a lot of fun. That fish was way more fun than I intended. But, yeah. Yeah.
Roll with the
Life
ones and
happens.
20s. Bye!
Yeah, life happens. Roll with the ones and 20s. I have.
Theo and Savi,
Okay.
the weekend of the 22 and 23, I won't be playing.
Okay.
That makes me sad. But that's the third one anyway, so that's the one Sabi usually misses.
Yeah, I'm working.
So that works.
So you just miss Switchlight.
Is Witchlight or the
It's
other?
Switchlight.
Okay.
All right, nice. Yeah, because for us, it's the 16th that's Spelljammer.
Spelljammer.
All right.
Yeah.
And now that you know our schedule, feel free to tune